the whole fish camp. It's the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
No wonder nobody likes you, Tuddle. Everything's a goddamn debate.
All right, guys, greetings and welcome to another edition of the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Waiting for my producer Vulture. No, I think maybe I got it figured out. I think that the intros and stuff that I was playing was kind of like bogging it all down. Iggy T coming in. How are you, Iggy? Man, my hair looks... Oh, I got the little flip going on there with the hair. Look at that. Kind of got a little bit of that, how you doing, baby? A little bit of that Elvis look. No. I can't ever be cool enough. Vulture, Lima Charlie. Guys, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you guys because I'm not done with it completely, but I started watching the new documentary on Netflix, and it is about Woodstock 99. I'm a Gen Xer. Freshman year of high school was 94. So I was right dab in the middle in high school. 94, 95 sophomore year, 96. Well, no, 94, 95, 96, 90. No, it was almost 95. I always forget that I was born in November. So technically it was like 94, 95 my freshman year. I graduated in 98. There was Woodstock 94, which was very memorable for good reasons. Everybody remembers that set at Woodstock 94 where Green Day was playing and everybody started throwing the mud. Everybody remembers the mud set. That was amazing. But this new documentary on Netflix, everybody... See, now I'm getting to that point where I'm talking about stuff that I think everybody should know about that they might not have any idea what I'm talking about with Woodstock 99. It was an absolute clusterfuck. It really, really, really was. You got to remember the first night Korn was playing, and you're talking over 200,000 people. And the concert promoters have a lot to do with that because they just completely raped these kids over the money. Hottest summer, and the whole concert was at an empty, decommissioned Air Force base. There was no place to be able to hide from the sun. And then the first day was okay. It got a little crazy when Korn went on stage and closed out the first day. But the second day, man, people would have to walk like a mile to get to the main stage where the camping area was at in this Woodstock 99 documentary. And I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating, that you couldn't even see the ground. There was so much garbage on the ground that it was like you were trudging through garbage snow. So many people were using the limited access to public water that the concert goers were getting trench mouth. I don't know what the hell trench mouth is. It doesn't sound good. I still haven't watched the last episode, but keep in mind, this was 1999. They were charging almost $8 for a bottle of water. That's in 1999. Then on top of that, they had limited porta potties, and the group that was supposed to be cleaning them out and sucking out all the crap and everything, they weren't doing it. It wasn't done the first 2 days. And you got over 200,000 people with limited porta potties. It got really bad really, really quick. And then people were just fed up with it. By the time Limp Bizkit got on stage the second night, they were tearing stuff down. And then a lot of the blame goes on the white suburban frat boys that showed up to the concert. They were to blame for most of the rapes and the sexual assaults, drug overdoses, fights. It just was a mess, and I don't understand how the promoters of Woodstock 99 did not get sued because they wanted to be like it was 30 years after Woodstock, the original one. They wanted it all be about peace, love, and happiness. And no, it was drugs, fights, violence, sexual assaults, overdoses. I was blown away. I knew that Woodstock 99 was bad, but my God. If you want to check out that documentary, it's now on Netflix. It's called Trainwreck. I loved it. It's very nostalgic. One last story about the documentary that I was watching. So Korn gets the crowd so pumped up on the first night. And then Gavin Rossdale comes out there. And like, how are you supposed to follow up like 100,000 people mosh pit where everybody's just losing their minds? They're so amped up on testosterone. And then Gavin Rossdale comes out there. And look, I can admit it. Holy crap. Gavin Rossdale was like, I could see why all the ladies love Gavin Rossdale, because he came out skinny jeans, no shirt on. And I'm not saying he was ripped and huge, like he had a lot of muscles, but he was lean. He was lean. And he puts up that guitar, and I think he starts out the set with like Glycerine, the one where it's just him playing. It's just him playing the guitar and singing. And the crowd loved it because guess what? The ladies were like, hell yeah, Gavin Rossdale on stage, no shirt on, serenading us and stuff. So the first night was great. Second night, oh, man. You had Kid Rock and then Limp Bizkit. And then by the third night, oh, it was everybody put their chips on the table. And they let it burn. They let it burn. So please, if you get a chance, check out the documentary Trainwreck. It's about Woodstock 99. Raymond B. Hey, Tuddle, football season starts tonight. Does it really? Is preseason? What are they doing? The Hall of Fame game tonight? And up there, I think Cleveland, where they played that Hall of Fame game. They do that all the time. Clean Slate Rich. New hair, new person. What's up, brother? I'm doing fine. My hair does look very, very nerdy today. I'm going with a little bit of the swoosh. It reminds me of like Tobey Maguire in that Spider-Man 3. You definitely see that. Jamie O, hey Tuddle, here to get my Tuddle fix. Thank you. So I've pulled some pretty interesting stories. By the way, no interviews tonight. I'm pretty tired from working the job, I gotta tell you. But I'm going as long and strong as I can. But I don't understand how this guy
bodies. I keep the temperature in the cooler.
Good idea. This guy is responsible for transporting bodies from the medical examiner to these funeral homes. He's got a TikTok page. He never shows the face of some of the deceased that he's transporting, but he's got this TikTok page. He claims that it is educational and stuff. And I don't like it. I really, really do not like it. I just think that this is just, it's dumb. It's dumb. I know that you didn't show anybody's face, but it just, you just can't do this. You cannot do this. And it's just a real weird story. And it just kind of shows where we're at as a society, that we're all about social media fame, TikTok famous, Twitter famous, Instagram famous, Facebook fame, just all of those type famous. How did this guy think that this was going to fly?
This cooler had over 50 bodies. I keep the temperature in the cooler at a 40-degree feet.
See, I'm probably going to get like demonetized just because of the music. I think that if this guy was not playing the type of music that he's playing, wow, just listen to the music.
The bodies won't start to stink.
Kamal Daniel
So it's like some hip hop music and stuff, pop music playing in the background. I think these videos, this content would be way more acceptable if you're not putting the music behind it.
Transports the dead to funeral homes and crematories throughout the Las Vegas Valley. It's a job he unveils by recording videos and posting them on TikTok.
This was a homicide case. The guy here killed.
Do you guys hear the music in the background? Seriously.
2 innocent people in a Walmart parking lot.
The bodies are real, but Daniel says the way he describes how the decedent died is not. Almost overnight, one video grew his following from 100 to thousands.
See, that's where I have a little bit of problem with this, because when you find out how much money this guy's made, you're going to be like, yeah, I'd be pissed. I would definitely be pissed. Keith Vina. Everyone has a social media. I think it's out of hand. Ramiro Gonzalez. Why is it not? Oh, there. I know why. Hold on. Let me fix this. There we go. A lot of things do not need to be put on social media. Ramiro Gonzalez. Is that music from Death Row Records? I'm not absolutely sure.
Now his page has over 30,000 followers.
I get more of a positive reaction because so many people are like, hey, I did not know about how this person can pass, or I did not know the ins and outs about a cremation process.
But you are making money. Now, I mean, in the court of law, do you need the permission? Because if somebody's not alive, like if you're going to record their audio or video and stuff, you got to get their permission, especially if you're making money off of it. But if it's a dead person, like, do you need to get permission on that? Because like I said, this guy never showed any of the faces.
Daniel said these videos are for educational purposes.
He's playing the oh no. I mean, come on, guys, the music.
Educational purposes.
This is going to get demonetized.
The 26-year-old worked for Las Vegas Mortuary Transport, a third-party service.
When I first got hired with the company, there was a policy form there, but it didn't say anything about no phones, no social media, no posting.
All right, now you're just playing. You're just playing semantics here. Isn't there just things that are just supposed to be common sense? Like, they shouldn't have to tell you, hey, I can't like sexually assault one of my coworkers. Well, it wasn't in the paperwork. Did not tell me in the paperwork that I could not sexually assault one of my coworkers. So even though I raped one of my coworkers, you really can't. I can't be in trouble, man. You didn't tell me that sexual assaults were not accepted here. Shouldn't you just know that even though you're covering the people's faces, you're talking about how they died and what happened to them? I have mixed feelings about this whole thing.
Daniel continued to record videos during transports until an employee at one of the funeral homes came across his TikTok page. Daniel, just 3 weeks on the job, was fired.
Oh, I mean, it just seems like somebody was like, "Hey, you know what? I want to build up my TikTok numbers. What's the best way can I do that? Oh, I can transport bodies. And then I can do a whole TikTok exclusive expose about the funeral industry, mortuaries, medical examiners. I can do this. So I'm going to get this job. And even if I'm going to be there for 3 weeks, guess what? I am going to build a lot of engagement. I'm going to build a lot of followers. And who cares? I get fired.
Jeff Marshall, the owner of Las Vegas Mortuary Transport, said Daniel was with the company from June 20th to July 10th. Marshall said they do background checks and driver's license checks. He issued this statement. This behavior was immoral and reprehensible. Moving forward, our employment contract will have updated, detailed information on this issue.
Is that where we're at this point? That you got to put like, just to cover your ass as a business owner, you gotta make sure, like, hey, guess what? I know you're transporting bodies and stuff, but we would like it if you did not do video content, even if it's for educational purposes, like you say that it is. We don't want any part of that. Okay? No. I mean, shouldn't that just be common sense? This just shows where we're at as a society. It's all crumbling down around us. And guess what? I don't think we're going to get any better until we just get back to our roots. We don't have to work for a living. We just got to worry about our survival. I really do think we might, and see, I can't even talk about this because if I do, I'm gonna get like singled out as an anarchist or something like that. I love you. It's Wags. I'm totally down to make another weekend at Bernie's. By the way, I mean, I know that movie was definitely in the 80s, right? And I remember I used to think that was the best movie in the world, and I haven't watched that in a while. I have to go back and watch Weekend at Bernie's and see if it holds up. Iggy, like I said, Iggy says our world is doomed. Yep. Well, Keith Vina, he definitely was fired. Because earlier, Keith Vina on the chat said he would be he wouldn't be transporting any of my loved ones. They don't have common sense these days. And it's just a bad story.
Training will include specific details about pictures, videos, and the internet.
I never signed a no phone policy, and how I was taking care of the bodies whenever I was on live, I never showed anything. So there wasn't really no way for them to even find out.
Daniel says,
I mean, you are posting it on social media. Of course, people are going to find out about it. Ramiro Gonzalez, Tuddle, they've been putting safety warning labels on all kinds of products for stupid people. I saw one the other day where in the car manual, it says, don't drink the battery acid out of your car's battery.
his videos have been reported to TikTok around 5,000 times. The platform hasn't taken them down. If anything, Daniel says they're paying him.
My first live video, I had probably almost 12,000 viewers, and I probably made almost 2,200.
Well, I think he's lying on that. You are not getting paid $2,200 for a 12,000 viewed video. I don't believe it. I do not believe it at all. But that is where I have a problem. This guy is getting paid he's supposed to be respectfully transporting your deceased loved ones. That's why I always say, just go with cremation. Just go with cremation. This whole keeping the body around and burying it, it just does not make any sense to me. It's a waste of money. I think these funeral homes they absolutely prey on the loved ones of the deceased. Oh, how much did you love your husband? You loved him a lot? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I really suggest this mahogany wood made from a 3,000-year-old tree lined with the finest silk lining that you get from the rarest of silkworms from the Asian mountains and the Himalayas. When your loved one like this, they do prey on the deceased family. They do it. They do that. And it's like that. Even if you're religious, there is nothing left in that body. There's nothing left in that body. Why not get cremated so you're not taking up space in an already cramped world? Or number two, do one of those Indian sky burials that the Tibetan monks do, where they pitch your corpse out on the side of a hill, and all the buzzards, the condors, they all come down. They pick every piece of meat off of every piece of your bones that you have. And then the Tibetan monks come back, pick up the bones, and then they kind of put you in like a bone pit almost. I don't know what they do with them. But at least your body went to feed something. I'm big. I know a lot of people are going to say that I'm being a hippie or I'm into all that hippie type bullshit. I'm really not. I just believe that energy never dies. Energy never dies. And why not allow your body to act as energy for other things in nature? You know, I've seen a lot of those things where people are getting buried. You can get like one of these tree balls. It's like a sapling, and I guess they put your body and like you're in a womb, like before you're born. You're kind of like wrapped up in it, and the tree is like right above you, and the nutrients from your decomposing body acts as food for the tree. I think that is way more honorable than just putting yourself in a overpriced wooden box, because you're never going to stop decomp. It's just not going to happen. So why waste all that money? My dad, you know where my dad is right now? My dad is cremated. His ashes might not be all of him, because I know they don't clean out those crematories and stuff. My dad's ashes is laying right next to his urn and our favorite, my childhood dog, Lewis, who was a basset hound. My dad loved that dog. Even after I graduated, moved out, was living in Orlando, dog lived another 5 years. It was crazy. The dog was old. So my dad's favorite thing, he had the dog cremated, and he always said, and I remembered it. My dad was like, whenever I go, I want my ashes with Lewis's, and my dad's ashes is sitting next to my childhood dog that my dad absolutely loved. And I if I ever spread the ashes anywhere, they're both going together. And then my dad loved the dog. Like he's not gonna know, but guess what? If that's what he wanted to be with Lewis the Basset Hound's ashes. He's with Lewis right now. So I don't know. I think we waste a lot of money on these burials, and we have assholes like this. All right. See, I'm definitely getting demonetized because of the music. But yeah, this guy, he would have been way better off if he wouldn't have used all the music.
Do you look at any of your videos and think they come off insensitive?
No, not at all. Not one bit.
Music, nothing?
Nope. Now, okay.
One of the funeral homes where he recorded from released this statement to Fox 5. This behavior is never permitted in any of our facilities out of respect for the privacy of the families we serve. We are currently reviewing all options for legal action. The Nevada State Funeral Board responded by saying,
now everybody's just trying to cover their ass.
Neither Kamal Daniel or Las Vegas Mortuary Transport are licensed with the funeral board, but the permitted funeral establishments are responsible for what happens in their locations and for transportation. It goes on to say, this individual may have opened the door for civil litigation against himself and these funeral establishments by giving such detail on the decedents, even though he doesn't show any faces.
There's probably an 80 to 90% chance that I will be processing for the United States Navy. So
good luck
likely I'll probably.
Good luck with that. Good luck trying to get into the military right now, my friend. I just don't see that happening.
Erase the videos and then just use that page to become a runway model.
Wait a minute. Hold the fucking phone. Did you hear what this guy he said? Oh, I'm going to use this as to become a runway model. Holy shit.
Erase the videos and then just use that page to become a runway model once I come out of the Navy.
I mean, you got it all planned out, buddy. I don't know. Does the military, are they so desperate for people that they would just take anybody. And I'm telling you right now, I don't think a lot of soldiers would like really think too kindly of what this guy did. And he just wanted to go into the military and then come out and be a runway model. You might have your path, your future path might be a little distorted, man, because holy crap, man. Is this a true definition of how people are now? Man, we're doomed. We are doomed.
Since sitting down with Daniel a week ago, he's removed some videos but has uploaded others. In the studio, Lauren Martinez, Fox 5 News Local, Las Vegas.
What up, Lauren? So I wanted to. Yeah, Wags. Here, I'm just gonna put that comment up there. That's I don't even need to talk about it. I'm just gonna hit that right there. This is a lot of people are upset about this. I really don't have any problem with this. I don't have any problem with this next story. I think this is great.
Somewhat quiet as it gears.
In this college, I don't think it's a high school because I really don't think they could get away with it if it was a high school. But man, oh man, they got a plan B. They got a plan B vending machine. And I'm sorry. I have no problem at all giving away the Plan B pill like it's candy out of a vending machine. I don't.
It's up for the fall semester.
I'm in Colorado.
I'm currently studying abroad in.
Let me go back here.
Northeastern University, somewhat quiet as it gears up for the fall semester.
I'm in Colorado.
I'm currently studying abroad in Sonipat, India.
But there are a group of NU students who've kept busy before hitting the Boston campus. From their bedrooms and back porches,
awesome.
Members of the Northeastern Sexual Health Advocacy, Resources, and Education Group are petitioning for a new vending machine on campus. In it, they want Plan B emergency contraception or the morning after pill.
Still, by not offering
You know, I used to be a little bit against chicks with bald heads and stuff. Oh no, man. No, now I'm looking at it. She got a dude nose. Definitely. She got a strong nose. And I'm saying I can't get in trouble for saying she has a strong nose, right? Like that nose, like I can say, oh yeah, she's got a strong nose.
emergency contraceptive to students are making it easily accessible. It's still saying that this is something that is stigmatized and that sex is stigmatized.
Right now, they say students who need Plan B need to make an appointment at the health center.
Or another option is to go to a drugstore and pay $50.
All right, here. I'm down for this. Do you realize how overpopulated we are on this planet right now? I'm down. Let's not even go with the vending machines. Let's put this in the water. Let's put this in the water like it's fluoride. All the conspiracy theorists talking about fluoride and stuff in the city water. Let's put the Plan B. There's got to be a liquid form of the Plan B pill. We put that into the city water like it's fluoride, and we make our teenage kids swish it around in their mouth just like we used to have to do with fluoride back in the day. Did any of you guys ever have to do that? Did they in school, like once a quarter? Hey, it's fluoride time. They bring like pure fluoride. It's in like one of those small little cups. They make you put the fluoride in your mouth, swish it around and all that good stuff. And then you spit it out. I know that they made us do the fluoride treatment. Maybe that's why Volusia County's got a lot of dumb people. Not saying anything bad. Oh, Iggy T. I didn't have a chance to pull the news story, but I am going to talk about the Alex Jones stuff. He makes radio broadcasters just look bad. This, what Alex Jones did was not about freedom of speech. This was about just being a good person and actually being honest about your profession and stuff. Yeah, the Alex Jones stuff was horrible. But back to it. Yes, they need to put the Plan B pill liquid form into the city water towers here in the state of Florida. It would help out tremendously. I'm telling you.
Which can be really difficult for a lot of our students who might be food insecure or low income.
Last week, Massachusetts legislature passed a new abortion.
What up, Louisa Moeller? I didn't mean to do you dirty like that, Louisa.
Right.
Yeah, no, I can't get you in a good light here. Hold on. All right, there we go. But you got all the wrinkles on the forehead there.
Increasing access to abortion and allowing for
Louisa
emergency
can get it.
contraception to be made available in vending machines. But some colleges took that step months ago.
We need it in the water. Put it in the water. Plan B liquid form into the watering system. I'm down for it. Let's do it.
Like Boston University, which installed this Plan B vending machine in March. Claire Tayluni of
All right, so dumb question. We've all been there, right? You go to the vending machine to get that Reese's peanut butter cup. You put in the money and it gets stuck. It's right on the edge. Your candy bar or your bag of chips, whatever it may be, is right on the edge. All it needs to do is fall over the edge, and you'll have that treat that you want so badly, chips, the candy bar. What would happen? Like, okay, I had unprotected sex the night before. They say you're supposed to take it within 24 hours. What if you're pushing it close and you're like, oh my God, I got to get this. And your abortion pill gets stuck right on the edge and it's just hanging there. Do you kick the abortion pill computer vending machine? Do you pay the extra money hoping that the next item will just push it over the edge? Because, I mean, come on, vending machines mess up. They do. These vending machines mess up all the time. And you know, somebody that desperately needed that Plan B abortion pill, it gets stuck right on the edge. And you rock it as much as you can. And do they have it up where you can in see-through glass where you can actually see the actual item? I don't think an abortion pill would be like one of those you could see through the glass, because I don't know what else you would put in there. I mean, you could put condoms and stuff. Isn't antibiotics? You can get a lot of antibiotics now without any prescription. You could put like penicillin and stuff in there. Valtrex. I mean, if we're going the sex route and stuff, I'm just looking for things that you could put in there that are like related to venereal diseases and stuff. I don't know. And do you do it as a couple? Do you go up to the vending machine? And is there different brands of Plan B? Can you get the generic version of Plan B? Like, can you get the Winn-Dixie brand or the Publix brand or the CVS brand? Or do you got to go with, the brand name? Because, I mean, brand names does mean a lot, even though the generic might be better. Like when I had to take all the mood stabilizing drugs and my Adderall, They would give me the generic stuff, and I always swore up and down that I got a better kick off of the name brand Adderall than I did the generic brand Adderall. And I thought the mood stabilizing drugs that I took, if I got the brand name ones, yeah, it worked much better. But it could also just be in your head. I don't know. Are we all are? And will this vending machine take insurance? There are so many questions I have about this abortion pill. I'm down for it. Like I said, let's put the liquid version in the city water.
Productive Equity Now says it's all about access and cost.
At $7 or $8 compared to, say, the $50 that you might spend on Plan B at CVS or Walgreens, that's breaking down a really huge barrier.
You know why I'm going to say it. Do they offer coat hangers in this vending machine? Just asking.
A Northeastern spokesperson told us the school is making an existing vending machine available to dispense emergency contraception.
Because maybe you don't have enough for the Plan B, and you're like, oh man, because everybody has plastic hangers now. Tell me the last time you've seen a metal wire clothes hanger. I haven't seen one in quite some time. Telling you, you put wire clothes hangers right next to the Plan B pill, you're good to go.
For the fall, and students seem to support the move.
I think it's just like less scary than going into like the health center.
Louisa Moeller, WBZ News.
What up, Moeller? I know Twisted Movies. Twisted Movies. I know that it was. It's Wags. That's like 7 loads for the price of one. CBS, they said was $50. But is that true though? Like, hold on. I'm not trying to be shocking or anything, but does anybody have metal hangers anymore? No. Because they do stretch out your shirts. This is not me trying to be shocking or anything, but I would like to hear from you guys in the chat room. You can text me 407-270-3044, or you can call me on that number as well too. I'm looking at my closet right now. There is not one single metal hanger in my closet. There isn't. And because everybody found out the thicker plastic does not stretch out the shoulders of your shirt. I really don't care. I really never even thought about it until I was married or engaged. I remember I was helping my ex-wife do line. No, you can't put that on a wire hanger. It's going to get stretched out. For the longest time, I just folded my stuff up and put it in a closet. I just folded it and put it in a closet and stuff. I never actually hung it up, but now I hang up everything. It's just adulting is just way too hard sometimes. I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out where I want to go next. Oh, here, since this is breaking news.
Russian court for
Brittany
WNBA star
Griner.
Brittany Griner.
I'm a little like, all right. So about Brittany Griner, okay. If I'm not for like, oh, Brittany Griner, she's an American citizen. We got to get her back. We got to do this. We got to do that. No. Sorry. Number one. I know the Ukraine war had not broken out yet, but they had been calling it. It was the worst kept secret on the face of the earth. Everybody knew Russia was going to attack Ukraine. As an American, why are you going to Russia? Number two, now she pleaded guilty for the hash oil things in her luggage. Now, I know for a fact that they could not start negotiating on a prisoner swap until the trial was over with. You know that the United States is going to trade her for some way horrible, complete dick asshole of a Russian, and we're going to be trading. I always thought here as the United States, we just did not negotiate with terrorists. Because now, like, you as an American, you're taking your own well-being into your own hands when you leave the borders of the United States, because now all these other countries and stuff that know that the Americans, they're ready to play ball. You're going to see a lot of this happening. Do I really think Brittany Griner had hash oil? Yes. I really don't care. Good for you. You're getting high. I bet it was good stuff, but number one, why are you even going to Russia? Number two, how do you make that mistake? That's just a mistake you cannot make. And then there's this other guy this other American they're going to get, because it's going to look really, really bad when that other American has, I think, been in custody for over 2 years, and we haven't made any attempt to get him. And then we're acting fast to get Brittany Griner. So you had to get that guy too. Garth Brooks, though. No, I don't agree with that. 10 years for something that she's prescribed here in the United States. But I do agree that you just can't make that mistake when you're going to Russia in February, right before the Ukraine war started, which everybody knew that Russia was invading that place. So why would you even go to Russia with hash oil? It's dumb.
A painful day in Russian court for WNBA star Brittany Griner, her hands locked in cuffs as she began a 9-year prison sentence.
I love my family.
The 31-year-old...
Dude, man, like, are Russian people just short? I know Brittany Griner is tall, but man, she makes everybody look small.
Now unaware of just when she'll see her family again. Griner sat behind bars in court Thursday following proceedings with a translator assisting. At one point, the judge asking Griner if she understood.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
The judge going on to find Griner guilty of drug possession and smuggling and sentencing her to 9 years in prison, just under the maximum, plus a fine of more than $16,000. Griner's lawyers saying the verdict left her overwhelmed.
She's very upset, very stressed.
Oh man, she got a Russian defense attorney. Yeah, she had no chance.
And she can hardly talk.
In Washington, President
Brittany Griner's got a great radio voice. Like, seriously, her voice. See, I don't even know if I can even make those comments. My voice is more higher pitched than Brittany Griner's.
Biden firing off a statement calling that verdict unacceptable. The WNBA and NBA
got a lot of tats.
Issuing a joint statement calling the Griner verdict unjustified. Griner has been held in Russian custody since mid-February following her arrest after vape cartridges of cannabis oil were...
You just can't make that mistake. Yeah. Now, do I believe that the KGB or one of them could have planted it on her, of course. Yeah, but I think she just forgot.
Were found in her luggage at a Moscow area airport. Griner pleaded guilty in court, admitting she mistakenly included those cartridges while rushing to pack. Her defense team argued that.
Hold on. I don't get to use the sound effects that much, but she was rushing to the airport, and I forgot my vape pens because I was rushing to Russia.
Cannabis oil, though illegal in Russia, was legally prescribed in the U.S. for pain management.
This is a miscarriage of justice.
Now the U.S. awaits Russia's response to its prisoner swap offer, exchanging Griner and Russian-held former Marine Paul Whelan for U.S.
I mean, we got to get a Marine out, right? I mean, you can't get a WNBA player out and then, like, leave a Marine high and dry. You just can't do that, right? Vulture, I mean, are you still watching right now? You can't leave the Marine high and dry. Oh, so he was discharged. All right.
U.S. held Russian arms dealer Victor Boot. Griner's attorneys say she's been treated well so far in prison, and they hope to set up a call between Griner and her family soon.
I can almost guarantee you, like, they're putting together That's a hell of a Hollywood movie. WNBA, I'm telling you right now, once you get Brittany Griner back, you should already be working on the Brittany Griner story. Everybody loved Rocky versus Ivan Drago in Russia. Could you imagine a story about a WNBA player caught with hash oil, spending time in a Russian jail system or prison? It's almost like the movie The Longest Yard, originally with Burt Reynolds. So it's like the women prisoners versus the corrections officers in Russia and a basketball game. I'm telling you, this story writes itself. WNBA needs to hop right on this because guess what? I mean, we could be entering into a new Cold War. We could be entering a new Cold War, a three-way Cold War, China, Russia, United States. How badass would that be? It'd be great publicity for the WNBA if they could, get a good screenplay. Yes, love it. Have a little bit of Russian prison violence. Everybody loved Orange is the New Black. Oh, Brittany Griner, African American. What are the Russians known for? Red. Red is the New Black. It's a spinoff on the Netflix hit Orange is the New Black. Red is the New Black. Vulture, I'm going to send you the audio for this. I want to document it. But if anybody comes out with the Brittany Griner TV series on Netflix, Red is the New Black. Yeah. I don't know. Man. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I mean, it was a great show tonight. I want to thank everybody that checked it out. If you haven't subscribed to the audio podcast, you can easily do that. Get out of here, buddy. Get out of here. Subscribe to the audio podcast. It's available on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio app, 315live.com. It's available everywhere. You can find it. If you haven't already done it, subscribe to me on YouTube, subscribe to me on Twitch, and And that's about it. If you want to get a hold of me, you can email me, tuddle@gmail.com. That's Tuddle with 2 Ds, TUDDLE@gmail.com. Hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's show. Hopefully you guys stay safe, and I will talk to you tomorrow.